Hi there, Gemini. I'm EllaAradia, and welcome to your January 2026 Psychic Tarot reading. This reading is for my Gemini air signs, where we'll be exploring the overall energies and themes for the month ahead, as well as taking a deeper dive into how these might be playing out for you in your life. This is a general reading. It's going to resonate a little bit differently for all of you. What I find, though, is there's always a shared theme that runs through the collective of all of you Gemini signs. So take what feels aligned to you and just leave the rest. And before we jump in, a big thank you to all of you who are supporting my channel by liking and subscribing. So if you enjoy this reading and you haven't already done that, please do. It helps the channel out a lot. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and then you can get notified when the next videos are up. So Gemini, let's jump in. So I always like to have a little tune in first just to see what comes through. When I look at your recent past, Gemini, I just see this. So I feel like there has been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of challenging times, a lot of, let's say, endings is what I'm hearing, completions of things. And I feel like many of you are just really needing to take a breath right now, like take some kind of pause for a moment to just be still, to, I feel, just process, whatever all these ups and downs and challenging times are that I see in your past, whatever has come to a close. And what I really feel here for you is that you are in an in-between stage, and sometimes we can interpret that as a little bit of a flat or a kind of dead feeling. But actually what it is that I'm seeing for you is it's a communication between what is going to be let go of and what is, the new growth or the seed that is going to be born from this moving forwards. And it's a conversation between, these two things that I see many of you are at right now. So it's important sometimes to recognize that, because, like I said, sometimes we kind of have this kind of like feel really kind of flat or disillusioned or a little bit of a dead feeling. But actually, I feel in this case, it's something else that's going on for you. So with your overall energies, the Two of Cups, this speaks of, deep mutual connections, balanced, healthy connections. Sometimes it can be soulmates, a soulmate energy coming in. For others, it might be where, from this space that I'm feeling that you're in, moving in to purpose somehow, or moving towards a goal that you might have in life, which is very close to your heart, but something that, is going to be fulfilling for you. Something that, what you put into it, you're going to get back from that. So what lies in your recent past, the Seven of Cups, this is a card of options sometimes, and this is the thing, this is the point that I'm seeing you at, or you're about to get to this point where you're looking at, what else is out there, what's possible for me. This is a card of potential. Each cup has something different in it. So you might be at a point where you have a lot of choices right now, there's options, and maybe the path is not, entirely clear yet, because at some point, you will have to make a decision on one of these cups. But right now, I feel like you're at this point where it's a kind of very neutral point where many, many possibilities are open to you. And in order for something to manifest, we have to make a choice. We have to choose something. So with your current energies, the Ten of Swords, there's been some kind of, I feel, challenging ending, difficult ending, one that may have been, quite emotionally challenging for you. Something you may or may not have seen coming. This is all about, these energies of feeling, stabbed in the back or betrayed. Not for all of you, but for some of you that might be the case. Or it may just simply be that it was, some kind of difficult completion to something. And what lies in the background there is the dawn, the sign of a new beginning, a new day. That there is something more, beyond that Ten of Swords and whatever, came to a close in your recent past. I see the word loss. For some of you, it may be a loss. It could be a loss of a person, a relationship. For some of you, that's going to connect to career. But whatever is happening, especially those, love and career, with your overall energies, you have the Two of Cups. Soulmate energy, but also, like I said, connects to, feeling fulfilled in life, following your heart. And whatever it is that's come to a close, it has put you in this spot here where, there is some kind of new beginning and you are being asked to look at what's next, what's next for me, what other possibilities and potentials are out there. With your feelings towards your situation, the Ace of Swords, seeing things differently, fresh perspectives. Sometimes, it can be where we are kind of putting into context, the things that have happened in the past, because I do feel like there's some kind of process that you're in right now where, you're beginning to understand, why certain things have happened and seeing that higher perspective and understand that perhaps, this has set you on some kind of different path. This is a sword of truth, and it's all about cutting through illusions to get to the truth of something. So for some of you, this may have been a relationship that you may have had an intuition that, something, really wasn't feeling right about that. And for some of you, there could have been a betrayal involved in this. And I feel like you're beginning to see the truth of the situation, the person. And, it's all about clearing any illusions that you may have been hanging on to about, whatever this is. Because this is also the danger of, the Seven of Cups, the clouds, daydreaming, not seeing clearly, getting caught up in illusions. But with the Ace of Swords there, that's an energy which is coming in to really cut through, any cloudiness like that, which is why I feel this is more related to you being in a place of, infinite possibility right now as to, what your next steps are. What lies in the challenge is the Ten of Pentacles, family, home, legacy, building for the long term, long-term commitment. So whatever this challenging ending was, it may relate to family, it may relate to a person that you had down as your life partner here, or a job that you were maybe waiting for, some kind of promotion or step up the ladder with. And sometimes it can be a little bit of a challenge to let go of something that we have, really invested so much into. But at the same time, even though that challenge is there, the truth is coming in about all of this. The hidden influence is the Five of Swords, conflict. energies of, wanting to, win battles, winning at all costs. But it's also, I feel, a message around cutting ties with who or what no longer feels healthy for you, fulfilling for you, as, a little bit like the figures are lying in the background there, cutting these ties with, who or what no longer serves us. Because it feels like it's something, that is necessary. With your advice from the universe, the King of Wands, this is all about, following your heart. It's fire energy, it's passion, it's inspiration. And I feel like this is a little bit of a time of healing and, just working through some difficult emotions, getting things into context, understanding, why things have perhaps, happened the way that they did. And with the King of Wands there, from this spot, you will start to regain your power and reclaim your energy. And this is all about, moving forwards, actually just following your heart. And what lies in your outcome is the Empress. So some kind of fresh start, some kind of new beginning. This is exactly the energies that I was talking about at the beginning. This in-between point that we find ourselves at sometimes, where we're still kind of working out what we're going to let go of. We still quite haven't got to the point where we're seeing, the next steps forwards, but there will be a seed that will start to grow, that you will kind of come out of this in a different way. It's all about growth and learning and evolving. And I feel moving into a new energy in yourself, some kind of new emotional fresh start for you. Because the Empress is an energy which is always birthing something new, whether that is in your life, in yourself, in a relationship. It's all about, those new beginnings and really looking at, moving forwards. Where are you going to put your energies? Who are you going to invest in? Even if that's in yourself, it's all about that. And for now, I just really feel like, honor where you're at right now. If you need to take a breath, take a pause, just allow yourself to do that and just trust, that the next steps forward will come to you when the time is right. So I'm going to leave that there, Gemini. If this reading resonated, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, no matter what comes through in a reading, moving forwards, always trust what feels right for you. So thanks so much for being here, and I wish you a great month ahead.